My name is Matthieu Bouvard. I'm a researcher at Toulouse School of Economics and Toulouse School of Management. I'm interested in fintech in general, so how technology is changing the way financial services are delivered, and I'm interested in cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance in particular. So one aspect of decentralized finance I find really fascinating is stablecoins. It's always been a weakness of this decentralized finance world that tokens, like for instance Ether or Bitcoin, are very volatile. And so if you want to be using these tokens as a mean of payment, the problem is that it's going to expose you to risks. And that's always been a limitation to the adoption of Bitcoins or Ethers or other tokens as means of payments, means of transactions in this decentralized finance world. The solution to this problem is to create a token, so like Bitcoin or Ether, but which has a stable value, right? Which is pegged to, for instance, €1 or $1. So in principle, you could say, well, a central bank could do this. A central bank could issue a euro, which trades on a blockchain. That hasn't happened yet, maybe it will in the future. So for the moment, what we have is private solutions. So one example is Tether. So Tether is a company which has deployed the most successful stablecoin to date, which has a market cap of around 80 billions. And that Tether coin, this USDT, is used by users who want to trade and to enter financial operations on blockchains. Now, the interesting questions around stablecoins is, how do you create stability in a world which is inherently unstable? Because all these coins, again, Bitcoin, Ether, they're very volatile. So how do you transform this volatility into something which is stable? And there have been different approaches to this. So the approach adopted by Tether is to say, okay, we're going to hold reserves in traditional assets, safe reserves, and then we're going to issue stable coins on the blockchain which are backed by those reserves. So in principle, it looks like an elegant solution. The problem is that you have to trust Tether that for every dollar or every euro they deploy on a blockchain, they have the corresponding reserves. And this question of trust has always been a weakness of this business model. How much can we trust this issuer that they maintain the level of collateralization that for every euro they've issued, they actually have the corresponding assets? There is another solution, which is what's called algorithmic stablecoins. So there the idea is to back a stablecoin with these tokens, which trade on-chain. So it could be, again, Ether, for instance. There you don't have the problem of trust because you can do this with what's called a smart contract. So everyone can see what kind of reserves are backing the stablecoin. The weakness is that, as we said earlier, so Ether is very volatile, and so if you want to implement a stablecoin in this way, you're going to need over-collateralization, you're going to need buffers, you're going to have to hold more Ethers than you issue stablecoins, just because you want to protect yourself against variation in the value of the collateral. So there are different business models. I think that's what makes this question interesting. We've seen collapses of, for instance, the Terra Luna, so the Terra stablecoin. We've also seen adoption or growing adoption of other kind of stablecoins. And so the question moving forward is going to be, how are these stablecoins going to be integrated in this growing DeFi world? And in particular, what kind of regulations could potentially help creating more trust into these stablecoins. That's one direction in which the European Union is going. Another open question is, could these stablecoins be displaced by central bank digital currencies, which would be another way we could create stability on a blockchain.